Hey! Welcome to the first ever Geek Showcase. I'm No, not this guy. I'm Jelius, and tonight I'll be showing you top tier small indie games releasing in 2026. You will see more than 100 games here. I will also be giving my own game awards for 2025. And yes, all for free. Thank me later for saving you $1 million. This showcase is a love letter to indie games, to developers, and to the small teams working relentlessly to bring their visions to life. You put your heart and soul out there, and I want to recognize that effort and passion. So let's begin with a selection of the very best horror games. Expect Resident Evil vibes, mysterious dystopian walls, and spooky houses. Enjoy!
Here, the sun never rises, and time stands still. Embrace your destiny, or fall into the darkness.
They said, the past never dies, but I can feel it, breathing beneath my skin. The cult promised salvation, but gave us only suffering. Every whisper, every prayer, carved deeper scars into our souls. I tried to forget the blood, the rituals, the faces of those who vanished. But the night remembers. It calls my name again. They want me to return, to finish what began centuries ago, to face the sins I was born from. In this trial, there's no heaven, only truth, and the things we left behind in the dark. Cult trials, incarnation. The awakening has begun.
Surely in vain I have kept my heart pure, and have washed my hands in innocence. All day long I've been afflicted, and every morning brings new punishments. My feet had almost slipped. I had nearly lost my foothold. For I envied the arrogant when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. They are free from common human burdens. They are not plagued by human ills. Their evil imaginations have no limits. Their mouths lay claim to heaven, and their tongues take possession of the earth.
Did you forget what happened on that night in this city? Oh, but this place remembers. And so do I. I'll be waiting in the place where hope turned to ash. So come and find me.
Emily? What? The hell?
What an amazing selection of horror games. You can wishlist all of them on Steam. Before we continue with the reveals, it's time to start handing out my own Game Awards for 2025. And we'll begin with Best Art. Here are the nominees: Sol Sesto, No Players Online, Caput Mortuum, and Constance. And the winner is Sol Sesto. Now, let's get back to the reveals, with a genre that's perfect for workaholics. I'm talking about simulation games. Because honestly, there's nothing better after 8 hours of work than managing an online supermarket or taking care of your non-existing virtual farm. Let's see which sim games are releasing during the year.
coming to you live from the Football Cup final, where the score is 0-0 with the clock ticking down on extra time. It's into the feet of the skipper. He's on a solo run. The defence closes down, but he dances past them. He's got a clear run at goal. It's just him against the keeper. He takes a touch and the shot. Goal! What a glorious goal! The moment they've been waiting for is finally here. England are the champions of the world.
Wow, there are some incredibly promising games here, right? Which one caught your attention? Drop your favorites in the comments and let's help these devs gain visibility. Next up, it's time for another award. Now let's find out who is Creator of the Year for 2025. All the nominees selected have been consistently working and creating amazing content, and the nominees are Jelius, Jolius, and Julius. And the winner is Jelius. Oh, I didn't have anything prepared, but let's see. I want to thank all the other nominees. They are a big inspiration for me. And thanks to the jury that voted for me. After this amazing and very surprising winner, let's see what puzzle games are waiting for us in 2026. Take a look.
I stopped running to hide and started running to fight. Those guards took away what I loved the most. But this time, not even the sun will stop me. For Christy, for us.
I'll be playing all of them, because I'm a puzzle lover. I love squishing my brain with puzzles and escape rooms, so this type of games are perfect fit for me. Next, let's hand out another award. This time let's find out which game is my most anticipated game for 2026. And the nominees are Well Dweller, Slay the Spire 2, The Lift, and Solar Punk. And the winner is Well Dweller.
At the bottom of this well lives the only creature brave enough to kill the queen.
That's Well Dweller, the new game by the creator of Crypt Custodian, one of the best Metroidvanias I've ever played. And speaking of Metroidvania, let's see which platformers are going to be released in 2026. That's some big names out there. If 2025 has satisfied your platformer addiction with Silksong or Constance, then 2026 has some incredible games that will definitely catch your attention. Now, before moving on to another genre, I want to talk about my motivation for creating this showcase. Since I started creating content, Wishlist Wednesday has always been there. I use it to discover new games and to gain visibility and followers. But what I truly found were amazing people pouring their lives into developing games. They give everything they have to achieve the crazy goal of living from their creations. And that's where the idea for this showcase has born. I wanted to give something back to those who sacrifice everything to develop video games, whether just for fun or simply because they have a dream. So thank you and enjoy the showcase, because apart from games, you will also find love and passion. Now, let's continue with the biggest genre in the gaming industry, one that encompasses so many different experiences. I'm talking about action-adventure, maybe the most complete genre, blending engaging stories with exciting gameplay. Let's take a look.
Welcome to GoLand. You're a seagull, and the island is your playground. Mess with the locals. Or help them, if that's more your vibe. Solve all kinds of oddball puzzles using physics, logic, or pure bird energy. Explore freely through a non-linear open world, where your actions shape the island and its people. Uncover the origin of a mysterious pollution. Or just spend your time treasure hunting and helping animals. Prefer peace? Customize your journey, disable the chases, and enjoy a cozy, silly adventure at your own pace. GoLand, a mischievous flight through a living island. Give a seagull a home in your library. Wishlist GoLand.
They call them Izirak. Ain't alive, but they ain't dead neither. Shadows, eyes burning like the devil's own fire. If you hear their whispers, run. They lurk in the dark. Wander too deep, and you're theirs. Shh. Quiet now. They're close.
Bryderi ydw I, wedi dychwelyd I ddyfed lle bydd pobl yn fy ngalw'n frenin. Bu'n rhyfel hir, ac mae'n ffordd bell I Lundain ac yn ôl. Dyw teyrnas dyfed ddim wedi gweld ei brenin ers blynyddoedd maith. Ond allodd yr un brenin erioed reoli'r tir go iawn. Y tir? Does gan y tir ddim meistr.
That's some of the best games you will find over the next few months. Now we are heading back to the stadium for the next award. It's time for Best Music. Every game has music that blends with storytelling and gameplay to create unforgettable memories for players. Each of those three elements is just as important as the others when it comes to fully immersing the player in the game. For 2025, I didn't even have candidates to discuss. I have my winner very clear, and the winner for Best Music is Ropuka's Idle Island. The music of Ropuka's Idle Island is the work of Chilean composer Bego Pereda. I've been obsessed with this soundtrack because I played the game during my long work sessions. It's an idle game, and in idle games, music becomes even more important. The game sits on your desktop and the music accompanies you throughout the day. And speaking of idle games, let's discover which games from the genre will be released in 2026. Enjoy!
There's a pattern in the rot. A voice in the decay, and a crown waiting in the dark.
Send the yellow side!
Let the mold devour the earth. He's almost here.
I wasn't interested in those games before last year, but lately I've been playing some because of work-related stuff, and I have to say, idle games have something unique, especially desktop games, that let you combine them with other tasks. The next section is a very special one because we are about to see upcoming games from my favorite genre, roguelikes. But before that, I want to start a debate in the comments. Are roguelike games a genre, or does roguelike simply describe a gameplay loop mechanic within another genre? I really want to see what you think about that. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the upcoming roguelike releases. There are some real gems ready to be discovered and wishlist.
Some really nice folks on the surface. And underground. There it is. Do not make a sound. Shit! So yeah, lesson learned. Stay shush. Greed doesn't always pay off. And finally, don't wake the beast.
Hi, I'm Brian, and this is Slumber Realm, a dreamy dice roguelike. Draft OP builds and face your nightmares, like a buff broccoli man or a literal spelling bee. The year is 1997, you are 13, your life is boring, school, chores, but could there be more? If not here, then perhaps in your dreams. In the Slumber Realm, you are first presented with a simple choice. Which equipment will you pick? Do you take this bike helmet for the defense, or do you take the rotting onion because it provides pink resources, which you desperately need? You'll also go shopping to buy snacks and memories. Now it's time to face your nightmare. You use your Intimidate ability to apply vulnerable to the enemy, and you give yourself defense. Now it's time to roll the die and see what happens. I hope this has given you a taste of Slumber Realm. Wishlist today, and sweet dreams.
He makes decisions best he can. Sometimes he needs a helping hand. Or 2 or 3, this is our plan. To build him strong, extend lifespan. He is our host. We live inside a virus spreading helping guide, placing shapes to spread infection, strategize with your direction, collect cells to grow mutations, test our vessels in imitations. When our host is under threat, a virus does what it does best. Survival is our prime objective. Send the brain a new directive. Each turn deals a board of actions. Place your block shapes, cause reactions. Underneath, we're still the same. We feel the pain of others' shame. And sometimes we must learn to be the monster that's inside of me.
Wow, what an amazing selection of roguelikes. If I'm going to play all of them this year, I will definitely need an extra life. Next, it's time to give the award for Best Mobile Game, and the nominees are... No, I was joking. If you play mobile games, get the hell out of here. You are not a true gamer, and you are not welcome here. What true gamers play are RPGs, and here's a selection of them. Take a look.
Howard Thornfield. Ah, you bastard. Beautiful manifesto in human flesh.
The world isn't broken. It was built this way. Useless, unless you wrote like its designers.
Those were your words, right? Bravo. What a fucking poet. Hating uniforms, hating systems, hating society. Tell me, Howard, what does that leave? Anything to love? Or just yourself to hate? Yourself to hate. Ex-cop, ex-soldier, ex-everything. Haunting liars, cleaners, rot spreaders. No. You don't want to end it. You want to drag it into the fire with you. In your celestial, pathetic return.
What would an RPG look like if it was created by people who lived in the Middle Ages with their version of art, music, and storytelling? That's the question we're trying to answer with our game, Legends of the Round Table. Every piece of art is hand-painted, like the pages of an illuminated manuscript. The music is performed on reproductions of medieval instruments, not composed on a computer. And every quest is directly inspired by genuine Arthurian legends, written centuries ago. Legends of the Round Table isn't only about playing a great RPG themed around King Arthur's story. It's about stepping into a medieval world and hearing it told the way they would have, by candlelight in a stone hall, as a troubadour sings of heroes and honor. Or at least, that's what we're trying to achieve. We have a free demo of Legends of the Round Table you can try out on Steam. We'd love to know what you think.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies. The demons above, and the beasts below.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Shale, all things are possible.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
Damn, I love the church.
It's impossible to finish this section without adding at least one game to your wishlist. RPGs are rich, story-driven experiences with deep and immersive narratives. And speaking of that, it's time for the next award, Best Narrative in a Video Game Played by Me in 2025. And the nominees are Blueprints,
And interest in the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
No Players Online, Heimer 2000, and Caput Mortuum. And the winner is Heimer 2000. Heimer 2000 has become the biggest surprise for my 2025 gaming memories. What a game! Up next is the genre for those who love to analyze every detail to exhaustion in order to win. I'm talking about strategy games. Strategy gamers always have a detailed map, multiple contingency plans, and a mental flowchart for every possible situation, sometimes even Excel sheets to maximize efficiency. Let's find out what's coming next for them.
Navigation set. Let's do some business.
all burned in a blaze that blinded the world. The crystals, our pride and our ruin, exploded at the heart of the Empire. Yet, within the ruins of the old order, a spark endured. From that spark, the motherland was born. Beneath our banner, humanity marches shoulder to shoulder once more. A child of collapse and hope. Crystals fuel our weapons, our cities, our hearts. Yet in the ruins of the capital, something stirs. The motherland fears no shadow. But the shadow seems to be watching us.
Welcome to your new home. Start with nothing and build up to something magnificent. You will need food, shelter, and people to rule. But don't fear. In time, I'm sure you will prosper. After all, progress is never without its cost. Oh, that? Well, if you can't pay it, I'll let you delay it. For now. A brave new world awaits. What lies ahead could be your making. Or your undoing. There's plenty more where that came from. Well, don't worry. You can start over, but that doesn't mean I'll go easy on you.
Alright, we've been making moves, plotting and outsmarting our opponents in these strategy games, but now it's time to switch gears. And what better way to chill than with some classic point-and-click adventures? We are taking puzzles, mysteries and a whole lot of awkwardly trying to figure out what those random inventory items actually do. So let's take a deep breath and dive into games where solving problems is about as laid back as it gets. Take a look.
Okay, I'm up. I could have slept all day.
A Spanish girl with a dream.
Where are you going so late?
I'm heading out to investigate the legends of Castile so I can become a nun. Oh, you wouldn't believe why.
Who will embark on a challenging journey across Castile.
Hey, do not bite me.
I'll give you one more chance to show me some respect, but this is the last time.
In a folk point-and-click adventure, requiring all your wit and imagination.
Hey, what have you done with the ingredients?
We have improved them.
must be the new servant. We have a long day ahead of us. Now our work begins.
This is a tale of Rufus Stone. If you can't change, we'll die alone. So much work, no time to play. Can you save him from an early grave? Sleepy Time Village is a game you can play. In Demo 4, it'll make your day.
Meh. 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 Bah.
Experience the adventures of Inez and Uncle Lee. For the first time ever, featuring bleats. Voices. Great dancing skeletons. I can talk.
So, you've cracked codes, solved mysteries, and probably yelled at your screen more than once while trying to combine a fishing pole with a shovel. But hey, that's the charm of point-and-click games, right? But let's be real, sometimes you need a little more action, a little more chaos, and a whole lot more people yelling at you. Enter the wall of multiplayer. Now, I know you're thinking, but I'm a lone wolf. I just solve puzzles in a haunted mansion by myself. And I get it, you've earned that solo victory. But 2026 will give us some epic multiplayer experiences that make teaming up or sometimes completely betraying your teammates feel like a whole new level of fun. Take a look.
Oh my god.
I'm down.
Ah oui, et on peut pas le faire.
Critters, last line, only hope.
And that is what we expect from you. Any questions? No? Well, to your positions! Come on now, you are the very best. You are beautiful, you are fierce, you are dead already.
Wishlist. Wishlist.
Tell your friends because you have plenty of games to play during next year. Celebrate friendship or kill them, but play these games. And talking about multiplayer games, let's see which game wins my best multiplayer game of 2025. And the nominees are... Stop. Who do I want to fool? I didn't play any multiplayer games this year. Does anyone want to share some video game sessions with me? Please? But don't get sad, I love to play solo, and I also love to try lots of genres to discover new art styles, new mechanics, new narratives, and feel that I'm playing something new. So in order to please myself, let's take a look at the mix of genres section. Enjoy!
Welcome, Pioneer, to Ethos. The Astral Resource Corporation is delighted to be working with you to turn this barren alien planet into a prosperous mining outpost. As a valued partner, you will mine for resources in this vast underground world. Just watch your fingers when handling explosives. The underground caverns of Ethos have many wondrous sights to explore. But don't dally for too long. Those credits won't earn themselves. Automate your resource gathering, farm for food and crafting materials, and unlock powerful new abilities for your mining suit and drone. The future is bright on Ethos, an ARC resource world.
Balance is broken. I require sacrifice. Smell golden fuel. This is where your story ends.
Today I'm going to talk about my mom's job. She says it's the best job in the world. She has friends at work who really care about her. She's smart. She solves problems. But the only thing she can't really stand is surprises.
I went to the excavation site alone last night. I found a game controlled by some strange magic. What compelled me, I cannot explain. I simply felt like I had to play it. I lost many times, discovered many secrets of the game. But for whatever reason, I feel I cannot stop. With every round, I grow more confident that there must be more. That there must be more to this game. What happens next is up to fate. But mark my words, I will not cease until the truth is revealed.
Score! What a play! Great job! Double score!
Look, if you haven't found a game that catches your attention here, you have a problem. We've seen visual novels, hack and slash and Earth survivors, also sport games and many more. But if any of these have aroused your interest, the next award will give you my favorite game I've played in 2025, because we are arriving at the end of the showcase and now it's the moment of truth. Game of the Year Award! And the nominees, take notes, are Blueprints,
and interest in the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Ball Pit, Heimer 2000, and Winter Barrow. And the winner is Blueprints.
An empty blueprint represents a world of possibilities.
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew all of my right, title, and interest in the house and land which I own near Mount Holly.
A world of dreams and doorways.
The above provision is contingent on discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45 room estate.
I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
Should my grandnephew fail, then this gift shall lapse.
You have to play all of them. They are Jelius recommended. And that's all for our showcase. But before the end, I want to show you some games that didn't enter my selection, but I didn't want to keep outside of my first showcase. So let's take a brief look at my honorable mentions section. And that's a wrap. My goal with this showcase was simple: to give more visibility and reach to developers who don't always have the tools to show their creations to the world. I truly hope this showcase reaches a lot of people and that the developers who participate get a wishlist boost so they can face 2026 with enough energy, motivation and confidence to deliver games that players enjoy, talk about and remember. Because if we only play the games the industry tells us to play, small and rookie indie developers won't get the chance to keep creating. We need to make an effort. We need to think outside the box, just like I did with this showcase. I didn't properly scale the amount of work it required, but all the love and appreciation I received from the developers gave me the fuel I needed to deliver everything on time. And just like I needed that support, indie developers need it too. So please be kind, support them, consume indie games, because it's in our hands to build a strong, safe and healthy gaming industry, where indie developers and small teams can share a space with giant companies that also help gaming grow around the world. Repeat with me: be kind, play indie games. Thank you.